guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be picking out my May TBR, and we're going to be using a TBR jar full of prompts to try and pick out and match books to fit the prompts. I love watching these kind of videos on YouTube, so I thought it'd be fun to try it myself. And this is kind of my main TBR stack I've got here. There's a few stragglers up on the shelves, but this is the main stack. I also really want to use my library more, so I have a few prompts in here that are just library book pick, or I think if there's a prompt in here that like doesn't match any of the books I own, I'm gonna go to the library and try and find something that matches it. So we'll see. Let's get started. I think I'm gonna pick 4 books. Is usually my average for books. I do have a kind of busy month in May, but I think for the sake of the video, let's do 5 picks just so I have kind of some options, but still being kind of realistic. So let's get started. Okay, first one is published this year, and I have one book on here. I think Our Infinite Fates. That one just came out, which I do want to read really bad. I don't have it yet, but tomorrow I'm planning on picking up Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I think I'm gonna use that one for this pick. I love Emily Henry, and I already feel like so much FOMO. It just came out like this week, but I feel so much FOMO already, and I'm a huge Emily Henry fan, so we're gonna do Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry for this prompt. So published this year. Fun prompt. Okay, and I don't usually read a lot of books as they're released, so I'm really excited for that one. Anyways, okay, let's pick another one. Okay, we have book set somewhere you've visited. Ooh, that's a good one. Daisy Hates. I have visited London, so that could count. Visible Life by LaRue, I think takes place in France, which I've technically been to Paris. Let me just check. I could be totally, I thought it took place in France, which I'm gonna count. I have actually a picture of that right there. France, 1714. New York City, the rest of the book. Okay, so it starts off in France and finishes in New York City and a little bit in LA. It's helpful this one actually has the locations on every chapter. France though. Do I want to count it? It's not Paris, France. Oh, London, England. There's girls everywhere. Okay. So I could maybe count this. It kind of takes place in a lot of different places. Or we have Daisy Hates. I think we're gonna do, to keep it like most fair for this one, we're gonna do Daisy Hates. I'm hoping we get another one for Isla Brew because I really want to read this ASAP. So we're gonna do Daisy Hates because I know this takes place in London and I have been to London. So let's do that. So let's do Daisy Hates for a book set somewhere you've visited. Okay, put that down. Okay, next one. These are all kind of longer prompts. First book you see on social media. Ooh, this could be good. So my idea with this one is like either scroll Pinterest or like Instagram, and whichever book I see first that I have, we will use. So I think I'm gonna do Pinterest. I'm gonna grab my laptop for this because I'm filming with my phone. So I'll try and get a picture of the pin that I see first. It's taking a little longer. I have a lot of coloring pictures on here. Okay, I have to search books. Okay, here we have a stack of books. This is potential. Okay, This is actually good. So off the bat, I see that the Chestnut Spring series is in the stack, so including Reckless. I think that's the only book that I own. So we're gonna go with that, I think. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna go with that. We have Reckless by Elsie Silver. I actually really did want to read this like sooner rather than later, so this is actually a really great prompt. So we have Reckless. This is, like I said, first book you see on social media, and I'll insert a picture of the pin that I saw. So very fun. Okay, this so far is actually an amazing TBR. Honestly, all these books I'd be happy with, so I have no problem. All right, so we have 3 books so far. Let's do 2 more. So far I've been able to use all these also, so let's see. I'm getting all these long ones. Okay, genre you don't usually read. So on the stack, I kind of read all these genres. Like, it's a lot of lit fig, romance. I mean, there's YA. I think I do have YA historical fiction, which I do read YA sometimes, but with historical fiction, I don't. So I have The Paper Girl Paris. I don't read a lot of historical fiction. This is YA, so it's a little more approachable, I guess, but I've also been avoiding it for so long. So I think we're going to use this one for this prompt. If you've read this, please let me know, because I never hear anything about this, and I've had this on my shelf for so long. It was gifted to me, so we're gonna do this one because I don't normally read a lot of historical fiction. So we're gonna do that. Okay, perfect. Now for our last prompt. Okay, so next prompt we have is book published before I was born. And I think there's only one book on here that we do have one, but only one book I think is gonna fit that, and that is gonna be Agatha Christie, Hickory Dickory Dock. I can almost guarantee it. 1955 is the publication year, which is great. This is also super short, so this will work really well. And I love an Agatha Christie. I feel like those are easy to squeeze in there. Okay, well, perfect. We have a nice little stack here. Addie LaRue might just squeeze in there anyways. I'm sorry, but squeeze in is kind of a bold word because it's obviously very big, but we'll see. First prompt we had was published this year. We're doing Great Big Beautiful Life. I will be getting my hands on a copy tomorrow, so don't worry. A book set in a place I visited. We have Daisy Hates by Jesse Hastings. Knowing how I felt about the first book, it's really interesting. First book you see on social media, I have Reckless by Elsie Silvers. Very excited for that. And then for a book genre that I don't normally read is Paper Girl Paris by Jordan Taylor, YA historical fiction. And then for a book published before I was born, which I forgot to mention, I was born in 2000. So, but easy, obviously, this was published. This is 1955, Hickory Dickory Dock by Agatha Christie. So that is my TBR prompts. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what books you plan on reading in May. I think it's going to be a really good reading month. We already have a great stack. So yeah, let me know. And thanks again for watching. I hope to see you guys all soon.